Avoid this deadly mistake as a new manager if you want to become very successful in your first managerial role. Hi, Angie is here, and today I'm going to talk about the deadly mistake you should avoid if you want to become very successful manager. So the first thing first is that there's a lot of managers, those who are trying to impress their team when they step into the managerial position, which is kind of, expected because everybody wants to become the best first manager in their area. And I completely understand that. We all try to make the best impression on someone. However, if you really want to become the person that your team respects, value, appreciate, and want to work for you and give their best and become so loyal to you, that you don't need to worry about anything, that literally can actually drive your success, is that you need to become ready for exposing your vulnerability. Yes, you heard me right. I know what you're gonna tell me now, Angie, are you crazy? How I'm gonna show I'm vulnerable in front of my team? They're gonna think I'm weak and I'm incapable of doing my job, and maybe I'm not even ready for this promotion and I got this promotion. Well, don't worry, just stop there and relax. I will explain to you how you can do it in a very, very professional way. So, why is so important that new manager at some point shows the pieces of their, not weakness, but their vulnerability in a way that actually they show they make mistakes, they don't know certain things, and they really would like to get the support from their team about it, right? So I worked with so many new managers in the positions, and I had the opportunity to train many of them. Especially when I worked in one company where I myself developed the program for new managers, those who are stepping into the new position and those who really need some kind of support, where I can actually coach, consult, and train them to become great leaders and win in their first role, right? So out of that experience, I realized that those leaders who were very honest and vulnerable with their team, they won in their first year of management position. Comparing to others, those who were very kind of, hesitant to be vulnerable, and they try to cover all their mistakes or potential weaknesses that only themselves they believe in, right? So I will give you an example. I had a manager whose name was Steve, and Steve was very good at his job. He stepped into the new role, and he was in my training when we talk about the leadership management and how to basically build a better connection with your team. And he actually just told me, you know what, Angie, I really need to stay after this training to ask you one question. I said, okay, here we go. We finished the training. He came to me. He said, you know what, I have a huge problem. There is one thing that I don't know about my position. I don't know how to do this certain task, and nobody showed me before, and I really cannot show in front of the team that I don't know these kind of things, and they will be waiting for me at the meeting to hear from me about this, how to actually proceed further. And I was like, okay, so that's all right. That's not a problem at all. Why you are actually stressing so much about it? We're gonna sort it out. It's very easy. You're gonna go to your supervisor who is reporting to you, and you're gonna tell him that you need his support, and then you need to get some instructions from his side how to complete that, or how previous manager was doing this, and then you're gonna just do it. He was like, no way, I'm not gonna do that. Are you crazy? How I'm going to go to my supervisor who reports to me to ask to help me out with something? And I said, that's the key. Here is the key. If you do not do that, and you go in front of the entire team in the meeting and start talking something and going around the bush and trying to actually imitate that you know the solution to that, they will understand and they will know that you're faking it. And trust me, they will lose trust in you. And he was like standing and looking at me. Oh, you are right, actually. Okay, I understand. I get your point. Yeah, and I told him it's going to cost you so much that you're not gonna even recover in the future. So it's better to be transparent, to go to your supervisor, to basically to go to the supervisor who reports to you, supervisor of the team, and ask him, hey, I actually would like to see how you are guys doing here and how this process is actually from the beginning until the end, because the supervisors know, because he worked with other managers, right? And then he actually did it. He went to the supervisor, he said, you know what, we have a meeting in 1 hour. I really want to actually know how you guys are doing this here, and I know how experienced, knowledgeable you are as my colleague, and I really would like to ask this from you and to get this information from you so I can deliver it to the team as better as you can, and I really want to actually to adapt to the team and to do the way the team used to it, right? And then he did it, and the supervisor who he's talking to was like amazed. Wow, my manager actually asked me about this. Yes, he's my manager, but I know that maybe he should know more about me, but it's very nice of him that he actually trusts me and he wants to get the advice from me, and he wasn't even scared to tell me that he's not sure and aware about it. So do you know what happened after that story? The supervisor and manager worked like this. You couldn't even cut their actually loose, because they were very, very tight, and they were actually working very closely, very nicely with each other, because the supervisor never forgot that manager asked him for the advice and show him respect and show him how he basically believes in his expertise and his experience, and also show his vulnerability to supervisor that he's not really ready for that meeting to explain the process from A to B. So as you can see, vulnerability is very important. It's okay to tell your team that you are not sure about something and that you will check about it. But it's not okay if you tell them that you know that, and then you don't know how to explain it. You're losing your trust, you're losing your respect. So please, don't be scared to be vulnerable, but in a very nice professional way, where you go and transparently tell to people, hey, listen, this process actually it doesn't mean that you don't know the job. It means that maybe one particular step you don't know how it's done in that company, or you don't know how it's done in that position, which is fine, because managers and leaders are not only the ones who know the job. The right managers and the right leaders are the ones who can inspire, empower, and lead the team in the best possible way. Keep that in mind. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. So until the next time, stay ambitious and enjoy the rest of your day.